And welcome everyone here in Twitch chat and everybody on YouTube for some Bannerman Noxus, new version of Bannerman to try out. This is a version that a lot of people have been talking about, like some people in chat have been mentioning Bannerman Noxus here. This is just like the Bannerman Z deck that I talked about, how I think it's one of the best decks in the format. It's just like that, but instead of splashing Ionia for Zed, we're splashing Noxus for House Spider. It seems that you'd want to be splashing for a champion instead of a common. But really what House Spider does is it gives you a good 2-drop that gives you multiple bodies, which having multiple bodies quickly is exactly what you want for Bannerman. And the deck already has good 3-drops. Like we already have Fiora, Laura Protege, we have Vanguard Redeemer. We already have good 3-mana cards. So we're looking for really another 2-mana card to go along with the Protector and the War Chefs. And they can make multiple bodies. And that's what our House Spider is. It does feel like this deck should be playing like a 1 or 2 of the 1-mana Cythrias, but we just got one of those. And instead we're really focusing on the top end, going the full 3 Garen and 3 Cythria, really playing these 2 cards quite a bit. Because Garen and Cythria have looked great playing against them whenever I'm trying to defeat these Demacia decks. They keep on playing Garens and Cythrias and giving me a hard time. So that's what we're going to do to our opponents. Let's have some House Spider Bannerman. Here we go. Yeah, Resident Evil Code Veronica, that was a good one too. I only played that one like once, maybe twice. But yeah, on the, what was that, the Sega Dreamcast? That game was really good. You're right, that was definitely an underrated game. Resident Evil game, but... okay. Tryndamere Thresh. I like Tracker, I like Fiora, I like the barrier to protect Fiora. Do I want Garen? I mean, Garen's good, but I think we can mulligan Garen and, you know, by the time we have turn 5, because if you think about it, like our card that we mulligan, we're redrawing 1 card, and then we'll draw 5 more cards by the time turn 5 hits. It's just pretty likely by that point that we'll find another Garen or Swiftwing Lancer, you know, like something else to play at the top end. So we don't need to keep it in hand. Yeah, it's a Dreamcast exclusive. It's not on like PC or anything these days, right? Like they never, I guess it's not reprinting, but you know what I mean? They never remade it, right?
Ready. They would fall by my blade.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's too bad.
I never tried.
I don't really want to trade War Chefs for this. I don't really want to play Bannerman before combat. Let them play something like let them play Brood Awakening. They just passed. I'm going to pass as well.
Arrows at the ready.
Okay. Down goes War Chefs.
Raise the banner. Lift our spirits.
And now this next turn, I'm going to go House Spider plus Bannerman, or... Oh gosh, we have Garen now too? No, we're just going to go Lancer. Have Lancer take the Thresh.
Our strength is yours.
Let them be souls. On guard.
I definitely feel like they're going to have a Vile Feast. I mean, maybe they don't. I mean, this forces them to have Vile Feast at least. They've already played one Vile Feast, so I guess it's not super likely they have another. Alright, they do. That's fine.
An end to cruelty.
First Blade. This is going to work out pretty well. You know, we'll have...
We burn, then kindle anew.
Bleh.
I feel the shadows, Garen.
It was going to work a little bit better before that Rekindler.
Get out of my mind, monster! Yes, you.
Yeah, probably didn't need to play that.
I stand with the dauntless vanguard. We do what is right.
I'm not playing around Ruination.
A true Freljordian welcome. Raise the banner. Lift our spirits. We stand strong.
And Everose and Hearthguard's pretty sweet. Maybe I should have just attacked with this thing. It would have been a 4-5. So probably would have stayed alive and then, you know, would have got the +2/+2. I don't know.
Who would face me? Yes, you. I stand ready.
So if I do Judgment... If I do Judgment, the Tryndamere comes back as the 9/9. And the 9/9 would kill Garen. So if I do Judgment, Garen dies.
Don't back down. Defend our banner.
So yeah, we'll back to back, and next turn, whenever we're attacking, try to Judgment. And try to kill this thing while we're attacking this next turn.
No doubt. Only victory.
We strike.
Prismatic Barrier was like the perfect draw. We have 11 mana. We have enough for Judgment and Barrier. That's perfect.
From the dark.
Now, like, the card they need is Vengeance. That's the card my opponent needs. Garen does talk a lot. Really hope no vengeance. I'm doing the barrier so Garen would stay alive. Oh, come on. They had vengeance? Ugh.
Save the homestead.
What delightful anguish.
That was unfortunate.
It does. Like a worm on a hawk.
Don't back down.
Alright, own one. What's up, Hoshino? They had the vengeance. If only they didn't, we were looking great. Garen talks even more in League of Legends, huh? Garen's just a real talker.
There's a chill in the air. Bring in the
So I think I'm just gonna play the tracker right now so that I can have the spider level up the tracker. Hey Bonine. Welcome. No, I don't play League of Legends as well. Just Legends of Runeterra. More of a card game player. So right now it's they draw 2 or I spend 2 mana for single combat and sack my house spider. So basically I would spend 2 cards to keep them from gaining 2. Keep them from drawing 2. And I don't think that's worth it, especially for how good single combat can be with Garen to get Garen to strike that second time. But now we have Fiora, so speaking of single combat, Fiora pretty good with single combat.
Such unrefined style.
Let's go, Garen.
What is strength without style?
What is strength without style? I like it.
push back the darkness.
Strike quickly, strike deftly.
Oh, I didn't... We still have our Noxus guy, but I didn't change the board. This isn't... we should have gone with the Demacia board. I'll get better at that. You know, that's something that... You know, got all the boards and stuff yesterday, so I'm just not... not used to... dealing with all those quite yet. Of course, we're going to go with the riposte here. I played the Lancer because it worked perfectly with the riposte. I was probably going to be doing War Chef's Bannerman first, but we'll just do those instead. Well, that's a bummer. But I think I go straight to attack.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
Okay, maybe not. Definitely not.
Leave it! It's mice!
Yeah, that was a weird
The banner! Lift
barrier
our
frame
spirits.
there for a second.
In the name of our land! Batter 'em!
For the honor of HawkTie.
Can't fight on an empty stomach!
So I wonder what card they gave the Oblivious Islander. You know, something in their hand has Ephemeral because of that Islander. What do we got for champions? Lucian Callista.
Head overboard!
Well, I have a bunch of single combats too. Can't really complain. Alright, so now we have these 3 units. Just use single combat, control their board, and attack and win. That's my plan.
Strength and grace, beauty in the play.
Well, nothing to do with single combat here.
Our ancestors are watching.
I don't want this to die to Withering Whale or Vile Feast, so I wanted War Chefs to pump it up. The Barrier is a great draw as far as those cards go as well anyway. Alright, great. Over to the win column, 1 and 1. Here, I'll get you that link for the decks. The bot is not working right now, so here's the link there, Zuxi. That has them all in there. And of course, YouTube channel also, youtube.com/HawkTie. Has the replays of all the decks, and there's the links to the decks in them, like in there as well. Some of these decks, like if we've played them before, the deck lists are from, you know, multiple days ago. Like you have to kind of scroll and find them, and that can be kind of challenging. Mirror match. Oh, change board. Oh. Too late there, Revolky. Gotta remember the streams on whatever delay. Do I even change anything here? Do I replace House Spider? I don't think so. We can do war chefs.
Batter 'em!
I was hoping that was going to incentivize them not to attack. Yeah, if I play House Spider, they definitely attack.
Save your worlds. We speak with blades.
I was hoping they weren't going to. I'm not going to play around Riposte.
Feel the sin. Can't fight on an empty stomach.
Obviously, Riposte would be bad, but I'm not playing around it. I think it's more likely that they let this happen and then play a... Gross. So then play another unit.
Eat up, friend.
Well, they had Riposte. That makes my hand look much worse. Much, much worse.
They would fall by my blade.
Batter 'em!
I will cut you down. Try me.
No one goes hungry.
Alright, my turn. Fiora's like, but Riposte is my card. Fiora's like, but why? Riposte is my card.
Their spirits and their swords.
I wish I would have mulliganed the House Spider right about now.
One banner, one destiny.
No, 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 no. That's the only one I don't want to... Okay, there we go. Phew.
Got your back.
Feel the sizzle. Aha! Can't fight on an empty stomach.
So I can either play House Spider as like a chump blocker for both of these, or I can hold up back to back.
Get
Well, now House Spider as a chump blocker isn't going to be working. So it looks like we're holding up back to back.
Fall to our standard. Batter 'em! No one goes hungry. A delicious challenge.
No, Titus, I've switched to Legends of Runeterra. This game is a game that I find more fun and balanced. And I recommend checking it out. If you haven't looked into Legends of Runeterra at all, this game's awesome. This was the Google Doc that I wrote a little while ago, a few weeks ago, about the game. What are the chances that they have?
You're covered.
Let's see. What are the chances that they have?
My shield is yours.
Judgment. That's what I was going to be saying. Judgment. With Cythria having this barrier, we no longer will be...
Feel the sizzle!
Honor guide me.
Run them through! On the edge. Eat up, friend!
I was planning on, trying to pump this Swiftwing Lancer up to kill the Cythria, obviously, and I was going to give the Cythria the barrier, but now, or the Swiftwing Lancer the barrier, but now there's no reason to. That's a good card. Really wish I would have mulliganed this House Spider that I'm never going to cast. I'm just never casting this card.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
No, I don't, Carpaxia, I don't.
My heart and sword for Demacia.
Thought on Callista Thresh mid-game deck. That honestly, Callista probably isn't like the best
Don't hold back.
card to be playing in that. Like I think Thresh mid-range, you absolutely have a lot of good options, but I don't think Callista is really one of them. I don't think Callista's powerful enough compared to the other good champions, like just playing Elise or Hecarim are both going to be better options, or like whatever other region you're playing probably has a better option as well.
You cannot stall judgment.
That Bannerman's pretty rough, so now my Garen doesn't get to block, so this is pretty rough.
Taste the glory!
I can make some chumps. And just chump block around.
My duty's done.
A disgrace.
Press on. How do you wield such a clumsy weapon?
With justice and honor.
Come on.
Take flight!
Really hate that card, Bright Steel Formation. It's only good in one matchup, Demacia mirror matches. So it's like I've gone through my spiel about that card before, but it's not something that I think is like, I don't think that that's a good card, and I wouldn't, like, I'm not putting that in any deck that I'm playing. Like, I don't think it's good, but it is. The one time that it's good is in Demacia mirror matches when they go really long like that, and then you draw it. But it's too slow against aggro. It's not good enough against control. Also too slow and not impactful enough there. It has one time where it can be good, so it's like, and it's only useful in like 20 or 30% of the games that you play. And then you like have to draw it late and not have it draw it early and all that stuff. I learned that I definitely needed to mulligan the House Spider. That was a mistake by me not mulliganing the House Spider. It's not like I played perfectly.
You're covered. Skitter out from the darkness. I'll stop you.
I don't think that was a good attack. But maybe it was, but kind of feel like it wasn't.
Need Demacia. Into the big fight on an empty stomach.
The last couple times I've tried playing Bright Steel Formation in decks, it's just there's too many. There's many more times where I'm looking at the card in my hand, like, what am I doing playing this thing? Why is this in my deck? Than thinking, yay, this card's great.
The finest battlecaster in Noxus steps up.
So do I play Lancer pre-combat? I guess so, right? Yeah, I guess so.
My heart and sword for Demacia.
Never mind. Garen pre-combat. Never mind.
No one goes hungry.
Alright, take out the skitter with that thing. Let's get on in there. Yeah, see, I don't like the Curse Keeper, Ravenous Butcher, Chronicler, Oblivious Islander. I'm not a big fan of those cards, honestly. I don't like, obviously Butcher, Islander, and Chronicler are all pretty good with Curse Keeper. Like they all make Curse Keeper better.
Send the hand of Noxus. I'll return to them a stump.
I'd like to see
But
you try.
what about the games that you don't draw Cursed Keeper?
We march. Here is the first of
Like
many
what is a hand of, like, if your hand is, you know, Islander, Ravenous Butcher, Chronicler, like what do you, like with those three cards, what do you do with those three cards? Like let's say those three are your opening hand. How do you, what do you do with Islander, Butcher, Chronicler? Yeah, the Teemo Wayfinder games. Oh man, it was fun. Here, I'll let's see. Yeah, Teemo Wayfinder is sweet. That's my favorite deck. There you go. There's the YouTube video. The decks go up on YouTube right away. And so there's the YouTube video for the Teemo Wayfinder from earlier. For you nuts. You're welcome. Yep, the deck's out. So that's, yeah, you can see that that's my you know, link. There's my YouTube channel there, and that's all the replays are up there. I put them up right away. All right, what do we got? Megatron, Anivia. Anivia's cool. I'm gonna keep this against Anivia. No one drop, but we'll curve with these. We don't need Bright Steel Protector to protect Fiora as much. Maybe we can just play it on turn 2. Withdrawing Protege, I'm going to play Protege on 3. Right? Because it's harder to kill Protege than Fiora? Question mark? Grasp the Undying. Like, if I play Fiora, they just grasp the Undying right now. Protege, they don't do that.
break their spirits and their swords.
My steel is yours.
They got the Shadow Isles board. Raise the banner. Is that what Bannerman says? He says something like that.
Safeguard our citizens.
Safeguard our citizens. It's a pretty epic picture.
Show them our mettle.
I could play Garen first. That would give them a really good vengeance target. So we'll just attack here, and also not have quite as much. And the other thing about playing Garen is it would give them a better ruination in a little bit. So we'll just not have it, not have as much in play, and we get to Redeemer. Tracker will just stay in hand. It's free to play. I don't know, maybe helps out like Withering Wail or Vile Feast and stuff like that. We'll just keep it in hand for now.
Living dead, no matter. We fight for those who cannot. Slaughter the living. Fear is the first of many foes.
That was perfect. I don't know so what are they going to have to survive with 8 mana? I don't know if it's possible. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, Harsh Winds? They're going to have Harsh Winds plus something. Like a Vile Feast. Harsh Winds plus Vile Feast. Honestly, this could have been a Fiora plus Bannerman play. Like, what would playing Fiora plus, since they don't have, I was expecting them to be able to Ruination this turn, but since they don't have Ruination mana, what could they possibly have that Fiora plus Bannerman would work? Because like right now they could have Harsh Winds, Vile Feast, they stay alive. If I play Fiora Bannerman, I don't think there's anything they could have had to stay alive. But obviously the game was just pretty over anyway. But alright, there we go, 3-2. So I'll have to say that playing through this, honestly, the House Spiders were not really that good. They were never really that good. Like, we just won because our Demacia cards are awesome. One of those games we lost, we were just kind of sitting with 2 House Spiders in hand that we couldn't play. They actually weren't good. I was not really impressed with playing House Spider, to be honest. And I kind of feel like just playing Zed may be the way to go for Bannerman. Or there's other options. I also like Bannerman Augmented Experimenter, especially with more and more control as a way to draw more cards. But yeah, I'd say I was kind of disappointed with House Spider. I was expecting House Spider to be pretty good, and it is just a good, it's a good card and everything, but it was not as impactful as I was expecting it to be. So Bannerman decks, definitely very good, and it's something I recommend ranking up. I think that, you know, like there's different variants of Vanguard Bannerman decks, but this the version with House Spider I was disappointed in. All right, that's Bannerman Noxus, though. So those of y'all watching on YouTube, hit that like button over there and leave a comment. Let me know if you think that that is, if you have that same conclusion, or if you really like House Spider. You know, if there's something that I'm missing, you know, let me know what you think of House Spider with Bannerman. All right, but that's it here for Bannerman Noxus. So thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you for the next video.